Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about one of the biggest cons when it comes to selling digital downloads on Etsy and how to avoid customers leaving bad reviews because they thought they were buying a physical item. So make sure that you watch all the way to the end to learn all about this one hack that will help you avoid bad reviews or potentially getting any cases open against your store. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to grow an impactful online business, don't forget to subscribe today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. So let's go ahead and dive in. So this is one of my biggest pet peeve is that a lot of people, when they buy on Etsy, especially when it comes to digital downloads, they do not read. And majority, if not all of my bad reviews I've ever gotten in majority of my stores, because I do sell a lot of digital items, have been because they thought they were getting something physically through mail and they didn't read the listing description that says, you're not getting nothing through mail. This is a digital download. So I was talking to one of my clients and she came up with a workaround that a lot of people are using now. And I think it's brilliant. I started actually adding it to one of my stores. And it does take a little bit of time because if you have a lot of listings, one of my stores have over 10,000 listings. So I have to manually do every single listing. However, it's a quick fix. I think is a really great idea to avoid you having people leave you a bad review, people getting upset, or people opening cases against your store. And keep in mind that Etsy now, with their new terms and conditions, that if you have a lot of bad reviews or people are opening cases against your store potentially does have the chance of getting shut down. So in order to avoid any of these things happening to your store, I highly suggest adding a disclaimer on whatever listing you sell that is an actual digital download, right? Or an instant download that the customer is downloading the file. They're not getting anything through mail. Adding a disclaimer where they have to agree in order to proceed with the order. I think this is a great way to avoid any miscommunication, to avoid any confusion. And that way the customer knows, hey, this is a digital download and makes an informed decision versus not reading anything, buying from you, and then leaving you a bad review. So it's very, very simple to do. And I actually love the idea so much. I wanted to share it with you guys because I know many of you guys sell digital downloads. This is a great way also to add a disclaimer for anything that you sell on your store. You could use it for, I agree that I will, get the order within 2 to 3 weeks. They say that's your time frame. You could put any disclaimer in there, which is pretty neat. So you don't necessarily have to use it only for digital downloads. You could use it for anything that you want to tell the customer right off bat. So I have made a little disclaimer myself here already, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So you go to the actual listing where you want to add the disclaimer, whether it's a digital download or maybe it's not a digital download, but you want to add a disclaimer. And you're going to edit the actual listing. So I'm going to do this one just for an example. So I'm going to go ahead and edit. And what you're going to do is once Etsy opens the window up, you're going to go all the way in the bottom. And you're going to go where it says personalization. Now, this is usually used for when you sell something specific, like, enter the instructions you want buyers to see. So if you want to ask the customer, what is the name of the bride or what is the custom color you want, you could put that in there. For this video, we're actually using it as a disclaimer box. So we're going to put in, please note, this listing is for an instant download, or you could say this listing is for a digital download, but depending on which one it is. No print will be mailed, right? Or no stickers will be mailed, depending on what you sell. Type agree below. So you're telling them, make sure that you type agree, that you're agreeing to the terms that you're buying a digital download or you're buying an instant download. Once you put that in there, all you have to do is you publish it. Make sure you turn it on over here. I don't know if I showed you guys that. Let me go back in there just in case. When you go on the bottom, it has a little toggle. You have to turn it on. So you want to make sure this is on in order for this to pop up. So once you put in the information in there, you go back to your listing, and this is what people will see. So right here it says, please note this listing is for an instant download. No print will be mailed. Type agree below. So they will have to type in agree before they could add to the cart. So this is really, really nice because it's almost forcing them to read, right, in order to proceed. Versus they never read the listing description and you complete the order or is already, available to download instantly. And then they get upset because they're like, well, I thought I was getting something through mail. You weren't specific enough. I want a refund. And then obviously you have to stand your ground sometimes. I mean, I have to stand my ground and say, I already completed the work. I already did it for you. I already emailed it to you. There's no way I could give you a refund. So therefore, this is going to avoid all those conflicts of people saying, well, if you don't give me a refund, I'm going to do a bad review on you, or I'm going to do a case. I'm going to open a case against you. And the nice thing about this as well is that if somebody was to open a case against you, Etsy is going to take notice that you have it here, that you have it in your listing description, maybe you have it in your photos as well. So therefore, they're going to take your side more than the buyer's side. Keep that in mind. The more you are transparent with the customer and the more you put it in your actual listing completely, whether it's in your title, whether it's in your photo, listing description, the more transparent you are, you don't have to worry about Etsy taking a strike against you. If they decide that they have to give a credit, they will give the credit themselves, but your store would not be affected. However, if you don't have it listed in your listing description, nor you do an attempt to have it here or in your photos, that's when it becomes like a gray line because you weren't transparent. But this is a quick way. And keep in mind, guys, you could do a disclaimer here for just anything. You could do a disclaimer about shipping. You could do a disclaimer about this is a custom order or whatever you want. But you could put a disclaimer in there on anything you want and have the customer agree before buying. So I hope that this quick little hack helps you guys. Let me know in the comment section if it does or if it doesn't, or if you have any questions about it. And thank you guys once again for watching.